Hi, hello, my dear CA intermediate students. I know that you are gearing up for the big day, and there are few errors which students usually commit while writing taxation paper. And I just wanted to throw some light onto what are those errors and how to avoid those errors. Number one, the students will make the mistake with respect to quoting the wrong section number. So you should not quote the wrong section number. If you don't know the section number, better don't write the section number. Instead write as per the provisions of CGST Act or as per the provisions of CGST rules. Like that, try to write the section numbers only if you are sure, pretty sure about it. For example, there are certain standard section numbers, section 7 which deals with supply, and section 50 which deals with interest computation, and section 8 composite supply, section 10 composition scheme. Like that, there are few sections. That sections you remember, subsections no, not required. And IGST Act, CGST Act, be careful. Only when you are writing the provisions related to interstate supply, intrastate supply, place of supply, there you need to quote IGST Act. There also, if you don't know the section number, just follow this as per the provisions of IGST Act. And only in these places, intra, inter, supply in territorial waters, place of supply, it will be IGST Act. All other places, it will be CGST Act. And subsections, if you are pretty much sure, you write. Otherwise, better avoid. Write the main section number. Rules, please avoid. You write as per CGST rules. And notification, if you don't remember the notification number, as per the laid down notification, as per the laid down notification. And circulars, you write as per CBIC circular, like that. The second error is about not giving proper justification while writing answers. So what happens is that you will do the computation. Say there is a question on value of supply. You will do amazingly the computation, but you forgot to write the provisions, like as per section 15, subsection 2, taxes other than GST to be included. In the given price, it is not included. Like this kind of justifications. Why a service is taxable? Why is it exempted? Why is it covered under RCM? And why the activity is supply? Why, like the person is required to get registered? Like that justifications you need to write. What is the easy way? So when you read the question, something will be processed in your mind. Ensure that you are converting in English and you are writing. That is the better way. So justification you need to give. Remember that, don't forget. So that is the reason why students will be losing marks. The third error is not using proper legal language in answers, because we just casually write. So when we casually write, even valuer also will casually give marks. So they will not be serious about giving marks. So if you really wanted good marks, to the extent possible, bring out the legal language. So what is that legal language? It is provided that, it is laid down that, or it is held that, some kind of. So to the extent possible, use the technical languages or the language of the law, and don't write taken credit. So availment of ITC, don't write set off, write the word utilized ITC. And the said activity constitutes supply, the said activity is exempted, the said activity is covered under reverse charge mechanism. These kind of words, try to write the legal language to the extent possible. So at this stage, you cannot by heart, but ensure that whatever you have read, so it will be like, in a technical language. That language, to the extent possible, you try to produce, so that we can expect good marks. So wherein, in the place where we are getting for a 5 marks, 3 marks, we may get 1 mark. You think of for 4 questions, 4 marks, if it increases also, that is going to add value. The fourth error that most of the students do is getting confused with respect to interlinking provisions. So for example, they will be giving a question like, so one person acted as a business facilitator for rural area branch. In that case, what we will do, so there will be a question related to FCM or RCM. So we will tell the liability to pay GST is on the bank under RCM. But we forgot one point. that business facilitator providing services in rural area is exempted. Sometimes there will be an activity, so one gift shop has given to its clients, so the products free of cost, and they have not taken ITC on that. Now what will happen? So we will tell that the said activity is not a supply. The said activity is not a supply. But without thinking of this, we will be talking about, so what will be the rate that is applicable, whether it is taxable or exempted, etc. and all. So first and foremost thing, when you see the question, every activity, check whether it is inward supply or outward supply, and check whether it is a supply or not, and thereafter whether it is taxable or exempted, and then who is liable to pay GST, and finally whether the person is registered, because it so happens that a person is unregistered, so but the charge will be FCM, so GST not payable. So these interlinking provisions you should be careful. Mainly when you are writing questions on RCM, so exemptions related provisions needs to be connected, and supply related provisions needs to be connected. Even place of supply provision need to be connected while solving the question related to computation of net GST payable, even input tax related provisions, all these. So you try to think from 360-degree perspective, so when you are interpreting in the exam hall, because they will lay down lot of traps. You should be careful, so don't get confused. So you be strong on whatever knowledge that you have got and use that. Finally, the fifth error is time management, not effectively managing the time. So a lot of students make this mistake. So what they do, they give more importance to either income tax, because of which they will think, okay, we can write GST later, or we can write GST first and write income tax later. Don't make that mistake. See, you have 3 hours and you have 50 marks for income tax and 50 marks for GST, which means you should not spend more than 1.5 hours for GST and for income tax. My advice is that as GST is comparatively easy compared to income tax, so therefore please give first 1.5 hours for GST. And what you need to do is that in this 1.5 hours, you need to spare just 15 minutes only for the MCQs, if not maximum 20 minutes, not more than that. So keep a timer wherein 15 to 20 minutes only you need to focus for MCQs, because it is just 15 marks MCQs, you need to do that. And after that 15 minutes, you are having 1 hour 15 minutes. In that 1 hour 15 minutes, you need to write question number 1. That question number 1 is for 15 marks, because there will be 2 parts. 15 marks question, so then the remaining 2 questions will be for 10 marks and 10 marks. So my advice is that you have 1 hour 15 minutes, and in that, so you keep like half an hour for those 2 questions. So 10 marks, half an hour, not more than that. So thereby, for this first question, you will be squeezing in 45 minutes. Yes, that much time is required. So 45 minutes is required because the first question has again 2 parts, 10 marks and 5 marks. So due to that reason, you need to spare the time properly. So first 15 minutes for MCQs, next half an hour for 2 questions, 10 marks each, 20 marks, and remaining 45 minutes is for the first question, and that is compulsory question. This compulsory question, you write it the end. So what happens is that you will be at peace and you can properly present that answers, and if time is left, maybe on other questions and all, you can check whether the answers are correct, etc. or not. So this way effectively you manage your time, definitely you will be able to do good. And then theory question you read, if you know theory question, completely write that. Otherwise, please try to do the case study or application based question, because what happens is that for theory question, the number of marks awarded will be relatively less compared to the application based question. Hope this particular information is useful to you, and all the very best for your exam. Please do well and come out with the flying colors. My prayers are always there for you. All the very best once again.